Wizardry Online, character creation, Old Man Review. Back in 1981, with what's on the screen now with the original game, I was very fortunate to buy it. Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord right release. It was for my Apple II Plus. It came out for the Apple IIs originally, and I was very fortunate to purchase it right at release. Also, Knight of Diamonds, also Legacy of Llythalgm. So I purchased all three when they came out, and it was an amazing game. We had never seen anything like that. It was the first game that had graphics for an RPG, and like I've said before, Zork and Apple Adventure were only text. So back then, when we were playing the Apple II Plus, we would like press the W key and just kind of be in awe. Anytime there was something whirling on the computer, it was like, oh, what we do? And it really taught us to look at the character creation. It also taught us that there are roles being rolled behind the scenes. There was percentages being checked to see if you see something. There were percentages for bonus attack points for damage. There was a 7-tier spell casting system, and at the top 7 tier of that system, you have high intelligence, 20, 25, you're getting extra bonus damage, and you could do some real super damage at that point. Same with the priests, high piety, all of a sudden you're healing the group or you're healing yourself at a much higher rate than somebody that didn't put a lot of points in it. So same with damage with the warrior. You're striking your opponent for more critical damage and critical hits. Same with the thief. You're being able to unlock chests at a higher rate, and it seemed that every time that you successfully opened that chest, it actually improved your ability to not click a trap bomb, blow yourself up, blow the whole party up, turn the party to stone, turn the party to ash, have a fireball explode your bottom. I mean, we're talking attributes count. And so when you're on the character screen and you're thinking, okay, I want to take this character, I might put 2 to strength, I might put 2 to piety, and I might put 3 to intelligence, and you're a thief and you need luck. You're gonna hurt at the higher levels. I mean, it's self difficulty by doing that. I found that there seems to be 2 primary stats, a primary and secondary stat for all the characters. Now there are other stats also that you may not see a trapdoor, you may not see a special location, or you might not see a trap. But from the standpoint of your numbers and attributes counting, and those percentage numbers counting when they roll, you want the highest numbers possible. And so, just a heads up, Wizardry is the dungeon master. And I think Sony Online Entertainment has hit this right on the head, has done spot on with this. There are things, when I was playing in, for example, Golden Dragon Ruins, I was seeing things that I remembered on how the mechanics and the game mechanics worked in Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord 1981. So there's a lot of stuff that is going to be exactly the same, and you've got to realize when you pick your abilities and attributes and you add points to them, if you spread them around, it may hurt your character. I know that with a fighter, for example, if I have a 25 strength, I'm going to do a lot of damage, especially as the higher levels. Same with intelligence with a wizard. Luck and agility and dexterity, with a thief class. Piety with a priest class. The higher number, those bonus points do count. So, for those getting this bonus roll, the reason you can cancel it is to adjust difficulty. And I really like that fact. I can play it straight up. D&D, you're the dungeon master. Oh, I got to roll a 2. I got to use it. Or I can think about it and go, man, I got to cancel because I know this is going to hurt me in the long run. Now, in 1981, there was a difference. You had 6 characters for your party. It's just you now. So you really got to make a choice on how you play the game. The other thing that's really interesting, once you pass certain quests and dungeons in the game, anything your character has passed, your other characters pass too. Now, personal quests in that dungeon, they have to do over, if they want to. But if you unlock a certain dungeon with your fighter, your warrior, you log on your priest, that dungeon's unlocked. That quest has been unlocked. And that is a great thing. So you don't have redundancy in the game on character creation and character play when you actually pass a dungeon and get through. So it's really nice. I can take my fighter warrior, go in, pass 3 or 4 dungeons, and then bring my wizard along, who can take maybe 2 shots. Due that she's got really high intelligence and no constitution. So stats count. The game is the dungeon master. But what really is nice, every character you play is kind of a legacy. And that character, once a character passes a certain situation, certain quest, a certain dungeon, and follows through with that quest and gets past it, all your characters can go through it. So when you're picking a character, attributes count, abilities count. There is lawful, there's neutral, and there's chaotic. And what's really interesting, and this is where the other quests come into play as you're playing through these dungeons, when you solve some of these quests that are specific to a certain dungeon, the way you solve that quest will add to lawfulness, neutral, or chaotic. Even after the quest is done, especially in one of the early dungeons in the sewers, there's a priest that gets a doll. How you answer that question affects your lawfulness, your neutrality, and chaotic. So you may be a lawful character, but if you answer this stuff chaotic or neutral, it'll change. And so your actions matter, just like D&D or TNT, with the actual dungeon master across from you. It just happens to be Wizardry Online and a computer. So when you're making up your characters, just realize that your actions matter, your attributes actually matter and are more important than most of the games that are out there, especially since this is the game that started it all and made that in their game mechanics. So when you're playing this game, be it young or old, the things that you do matter, which I really, really enjoy in this game. The other thing, as we're looking at my character here that I created, the priest, when you actually don't have anything targeted, and you're moving around, and there's no auto target that you've hit the tab key on, you can go right by characters, like right here, I actually went by it. A lot of people have difficulty with that when they first start a game. The whole thing is tab. You key on the tab button, you click it to the closest target, and it auto tabs through all the next targets that are near you. So then you just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and use your abilities that way. So that's the way to move and battle in the new Wizardry 2013. I hope this helped. Character creation is a really cool thing in any game, but Wizardry has a real special place in my heart, and I actually played that game at release.